working in an agency for last 8 years and dying to work on building my own startup. In the US, they're always asking me, hey, what do we do when we go to India? And because I come to India every year, I'm always telling them, hey, this is where you can go find music, this is where you can go find arts or whatever. So that was in my head of starting an idea where people could go and spend a few days doing an interesting experience in India. Last year, I got this opportunity to travel around the world for 1 year. There is a new program called Remote Year.
Okay.
It's a startup, and their whole spiel was that you can work remotely. You don't have to be sitting in an office and working. So they had an application process. They selected 75 people from around the world who would travel together, and they would take care of all the logistics. And all you needed was a job that you could do remotely. So I worked with a lot of different brands, building their products and new ideas. We also have an accelerator program. So I've been doing this for brands for a long time, and I just had my own idea that I wanted to launch. So I said, okay, perfect. The minute I heard about it, I knew I was going. I was going for a year, and I was going to build my idea. And it's not going to be India-centric. Now it's going to be global. So I'm going to have 1 month in each country. We were going to travel for 1 year across 12 countries and spend 1 month in one country. 4 in Europe, 4 in Asia, and 4 in South America. 1 month, perfect. I have enough time to get to know the city. I have enough time to find these people and build these relationships and really understand their art and create the company. Because this stuff takes time. June 1st, I landed in Prague last year, June 1st, 2015. I had an idea of what this company would be like, but I didn't really know what exactly it would be like. So I just went ahead and started looking for artists. The first artist I found was Eric Lawert. He is a bespoke leather shoemaker. I was just so excited being in that studio, and I said, wouldn't that be so interesting to just spend like a few days in his studio learning from him? And I shared my idea with him, and he was excited about it, and that's it. We decided to work together. I took photographs of him, I took some videos, and so I started collecting content for each artist. And as I went from Prague, then I went to Slovenia, Croatia, Turkey. So I started curating artists, and I was just very, very, very encouraged that the artists were very excited about this idea of sharing their art with others, opening their studio to people from around the world, and in return, like as they share, they're also learning from people from around the world, and they liked that it was just like 1 or 2 people, so it doesn't disturb or like hold down their studio. They can still continue to do the work. They liked that intimacy, and they also liked that I was basically going to help them manage all this, so they don't have to take the burden of the logistic part of it. That's how it started. And November 26, 2015, I launched it, and now it's been a year. We have about 30 artists from 12 countries, and we're continuously adding new artists and new experiences. So far, about 35 people from around the world have gone on these vacations. Yeah, very, very interesting stories of people who have gone from Sao Paulo. This girl, Cecilia, she decided to take a break from her work. She went for 6 months and she traveled to different countries, working with different artists. So she worked with a ceramic artist in Slovenia, Katja Spiller, a girl from New York. She went to Buenos Aires to work with Alfredo to do fileteado. two guys, Frank and Christophe from Paris, who are planning to open their own guest house next year, and they want to do the entire aesthetics of the place in very Japanese style. So they went for a vacation with Kimiko Yamamoto from Kyoto to do Ikebana, so they can, bring in that aesthetic into that space. Two girls from LA who want to start their own sustainable clothing brand went to Vietnam to work with Wu Tao. In fact, I'm wearing her dress, Wu Tao's dress, right now. I love her little details. It's made out of silk. This is very funny. I'm not wearing Wu Tao's dress. Now I'm in India, not for a month. I'm here for 20 days to curate more artists from India. This time I'm covering Mumbai, Pondicherry, Goa and Kochi. The name says it all. It's vacation with an artist. And by vacation it means you are spending time with an artist, getting to know them, getting to know their creative process, being part of their lives, getting to learn a new skill, and going back with really rich memories, because you're also getting a very local perspective of the city from the artist. Spend the time that I do right now, which is finding the artist, setting up the time, setting up the price, and booking it, because there's language issues there. So right now I'm by myself, but I do have a tech partner, and I have two writers who are helping me do a lot of the content creation. And then we have Geetika, who's starting to work with us to help with curation of a lot of the India artists, because there are just so many here. It's very important that the artists we curate are people who are open-minded, who are welcoming, who are wanting to share, because if a traveler is going to fly so far, they need to be able to have an experience that is warm and welcoming and fun and exciting. We had 1 year where it was more like testing and making sure it's working, the idea is working. I do think there is a huge potential for it to grow. It's still too early. People are getting interested in experiences.
Correct.
Over things. So there is a huge demand for it, but it's still early. It's a niche group of people who are interested in experiences right now, right? So similar to if you look at Airbnb, when they first started in 2007, I got onto Airbnb in 2008. Very few people were interested in offering up their home or even interested in staying at someone's house. A more adventurous crowd, and soon it became more mainstream. I think similarly with Wawa, I think we're still early on where there is a need, but it's a small group of people, but that need is growing. So one is people are looking for more experiences over things. The second thing is there are more people looking for personal growth ideas. So people want to take these breaks and do something. They want to constantly improve themselves. We are a generation where people are wanting to add to their skill set, just get out of the comfort zone, learn new things, and constantly keep doing it. The school never ends kind of a mentality. So that's growing. People are taking more sabbaticals and career breaks. People are taking longer vacations. People are getting interested in the idea of slow travel, not just like jumping around or just doing touristic things. The idea of local experiences is growing. So I definitely see it has a huge potential. It's just going to take a little while. I'm in no rush about making it too big. I just want to make sure it's done right, and it's done right with the right people, the right kind of artists, the right kind of guests and travelers, the right kind of experiences.